Okay, so let's get back into it. We have to get inside the Queen's quarters to give the message from the professor. So I think that's up here, right? Wait, actually, can we go here now? Please, if it's best for you, yep. To give this, so we can't go there. So we can't go there even with Hilda. So it can only really go up here. It's currently in the important meeting being held. Apologize, but you'll have to wait here again. Okay, that's fine. So we have to go a different way. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, it's not here. I might have been downstairs, right? I mean downstairs. You have to go. No, it wasn't that. I'm trying to. No, that's the mini hall. Yeah, it has to be upstairs, right? I don't think it's. Yeah, it's gotta be upstairs. I'm pretty sure. Which way was it? I'm trying to remember which way it was. That's the cafeteria. No. So we don't want out here. It's not here either. Wait. Oh, I can't believe I already forgot about where she was. But I know we have to go outside, but I thought it was through there, yeah. Yeah, like I thought it was through there, but I guess not. Yeah. Yep. No, so yeah, no one's allowed without permission, that's fine. That's what it done. Yes, there's not there either, so. Oh, up, yeah, there you go. That's it. There, that's it. Yeah, so we want to go. There we go. Okay. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. So, well, his mates with you. I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now. Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Huh? Why'd you get the feeling we met before? Just starts to hard at every young lady you see. I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All is well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Put on us, ladies. I guess, pretty easy. Please go ahead. There we go. So we've gained access in here, apparently. That's intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. Haha, I'm just glad I could help. Now then, how are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. But close now. Okay. Yeah, but what happens if somebody okay. Oh, for the love of, why are we always so self-conscious? What's wrong with that? With what you had on? It is not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. I'm not kidding. But I heard that the princess was standing to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You have to ask Her Majesty for full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take it there. Okay, I guess we have to... Actually, do I want to... I feel like I'm fine, right? Like, I don't think I have to really do much in terms of like I mean, do we have to fight anybody soon or something like that? Okay. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Stell. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go in. Alright, pardon us. Okay, so this is the queen. Cool. Oh. Okay. Queen Alicia. Hee hee. I bid you welcome. I'm Alicia, von House Lizzie. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. Okay, she looks like, yeah, she looks a little bit like Charizard yeah, it's kind of. I'm Cellbright. I'm Junior Bracer of the Bracer Guild. I'm Bishopbright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see, so Professor Russell has you to bring this information. A pitch-black ornament, capable of negating all others' orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it, yeah. The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, you might see. I wonder if she, nah, I don't think the Queen would be in cahoots with the Colonel. Like, yeah, she seems like a nice lady. Can you tell us anything? I've a vague idea. But I did think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, well, what is it, this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Groundsel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. This happened in the vicinity of the sewers. No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancient time it still functioned. Wow. So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their functions, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. Yeah, that's the one that could freeze you in place. Yeah, so Teka, so what are you doing tonight? What are you playing tonight? What are you streaming, the homie? I'm something like that. It's beneath council. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to hold the artifact's functions. Could it do that? Yes, however, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just started to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer the guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away. I'll see if Hami, Sek, or Gorgos want to do some co-op or MP shit. What's MP? What do you mean MP? Oh, which game though? Is it Rainbow Six Siege? Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. Otherwise, episode 1 of Tales from Monkey Island. Oh, really? That game is pretty old, isn't it? We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. Haha, I'd expect no less from Cassius' daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty. He was a friend of my lessons and a great savior to the nation, even after he retired from the army. He would sometimes undertake requests from me. It's sick. What do you mean with, like, it's sick? Like... Oh, like, you mean Seshi-san? Really? Like with Seshi-san? Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are great many things about him that you don't know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps, then, that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to my old story? Oh yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. Oh shit, 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. Oh, so this is basically like a backstory of the 100 Days War between Erebonian and the Liberal. Yeah, but what is SR3 though? What does that stand for? I don't think I know. SR. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hecking Gate. In what seemed like a scan moment, of all Liberal became occupied territory, save for Gransul. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. Oh, St. Rose, yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah. Wait, no, I think that is no longer the case. I don't think it's like free anymore. But I think I got it, I think. The reinforcements from Calvard were too large to stop their advance. But it was but a matter of time before Gransul too would fail. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none of us could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set out recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from the Laysan fortress. Stays, Rouen, Bozy, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind his plan of counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. Okay, so that's Morgan on the left, that's him, Cassius on the middle, and then the Colonel. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. Are you playing the next one? Nah, I don't think I'll play the next one for a while, because like I said, I want to play this game, and I've got Final Fantasy X already installed, so that'll be, that'll be the next game that I'm doing on weekends, most likely. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world, yeah, his wife. Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in the final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those that he loved. But he lives for jobs for so long. It's like, wait, hold on. I thought that you were like trying to protect them, right? But then you just leave for like a long time. I just lived like Eudora when she was like what, 10? And the break. Hold on a second. Are you sure you're trying to protect them? I want to get up to speed on Trails by the time the Cross Saga. Yeah, but that's gonna be next year, and then 2023. So you've got a while. That idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he ever think of that? Still, yes, you are correct. Given that he lost what he in service to his country, given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me, and so I'm sorry, still. I failed to protect your mother. I wished to apologize for you for a long time to you, but you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended the world in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Still, you have a kind heart, like I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why. That is why I do not wish to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself. What? I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Swartz asked us for help. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius' absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that restore and that you protect, though it has held firm, that trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of the world, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty. Right when we became a junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandits incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we're careful can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mum and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Still, it seems that she was right about you. I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry me a request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. Our request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunant was out of the running. Yes, but he's my nephew. He's possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he's lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such motion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume, who are right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that the world would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally let us see the whole picture. So if the world became a militarized country, I mean the peace here. I'm thinking here he wants to then invade the country. He wants to invade Erebania or something. A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt, contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant request that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for this country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he deemed that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel, but I'm the Queen, and I will not allow all that love of my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your requests. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you had any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiments, still. but the present state of the first is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the colonel's true intentions within. Well, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I am even one-tenth that cool when I get old. Cool, it's actually just called that the Queen Dad. But still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of Brace's jurisdiction. I can't even say the word. Blah. Jurisdiction. Blah. Well, first thing first. We do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about that. I wonder if he's got any more TBBDs she'll be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Wow, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the gods suspicious. Okay. So let's get the fuck out. I mean, is there anything else here? Or... Oh, almost fucked up. Okay, so we can. To the show. Haven't had such a wonderful day in a long time. You must come again to see I liked it. Yeah. Go. So she's fine. Make sure. Yeah. Okay. So let's get out. Why am I doing this? I don't know why. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay, so that's everything that we need to do. Okay. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. Please, relax, we're patriots of the call. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. Okay. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. But we asked them. Oh, Lena? Lena. Ma, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. What about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of myself. Are you now? Alright. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home. He's trying to hit on us. Is there anything else here? No. So we want to go home, right? Yeah, let's go here. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from Yanni in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I was nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. Oh, somebody's drunk. What is all this noise about? Oh, the Duke. Oh, Duke Dunant. Hello, ladies of the court. Hey, you mates. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some sort of extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come on now, Philip. Enough with the staring. Haha, it's quite unusual to see coming from you. A stiff upper lip and up. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's not a bother. Please don't concern yourselves. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look best with the raven hair of yours even longer. I am honored. Yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think the tea is what he once served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service of Her Majesty Queen Alice. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun later. Then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I don't mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I might be reprimanded for. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Ugh, what a fucking disgusting asshole, dude. Your room is right over there. Whoa, alright, Lena. Just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice for the future king can give you. Haha, thank you very much. Are you cute? Yes, good. Hey, hello, Casta. Apologize unreservedly for all of this fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this coming this morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madame and young Mrs., I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip, personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all times, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seems to awfully funny you. Roar, please. I like to keep my foot in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and what gentlemen should never request it in a polite company. Come closer. Hilda whispers something into Estelle's ears. Now, do you understand? Yes. Helpless, completely helpless. Happy... I guess. Happy day. I guess. Thank you guys. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we would have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Or are you one of the her royal trainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we are on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Okay. So we're supposed to go back, right? We're supposed to be going back to our room. Yeah. Or is it? So good. Why my inquiry? Wait, what? My inquiry? Are you doing this at this late hour? Captain Amalthea. Hehe. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but you don't think it's a bit late for your kids to be out walking about? Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Kitchen maid quarters. In the maid quarters, I guess? In the maid quarters. I admire you, honestly. So let's not waste time on games. I did, in fact, receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid's quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time. Zin. Wow. No, that's stuff. You're drunk. Oh, oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer later. Nice, some like that we meet up again, huh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Oh yeah, I totally get you. I just send them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the mates if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do it without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. Gonna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I've asked you to return to your rooms and remain there for the rest of the night. Have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Well, of course. It is late, we should probably just get to bed. Aha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. You denied. Oh well. Might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her of this. Well, Sin, are you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made him look like he was intoxicated. He's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise. I'm surprised you're familiar with it, but hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. I save save your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of your meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Alnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything, but now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you already know? Haha. I guess it's finally time to show you this. So he got a letter, produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Solution. What is this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaggers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that initial forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask you for a favor. I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out, if they need it. Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make a fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You might have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So that actually asks you to come to Liberal, which means that he's in Erebony now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him alone. That's kind of a nasty way of putting it, don't you think? I owed him Master Cassius' favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again, I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset. Once I saw Stella's techniques with the boo stuff. I asked Gilika about it, and that confirms it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it all at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where that's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression that from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright? If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking in an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree. It'd probably be the best to fill Zin in and everything. It is a bit of far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on a run, after all. Son Joshua told how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's quest to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. What you will. Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad. Thank you once again. Okay, so what's happening here? What is this place? I never thought I would imagine that something like this ever existed. Yeah, so this is I'm guessing where they found all of the that item on the ground. It is larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lower level. Whoa. Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so this must be archasms? 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 Holy shit. You took out that thing in one stroke. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique, as well, was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I am afraid. But time waits for no man. The skill I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own 2 hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is opened. A bright new dawn approaches for a beloved liberal. I expect only to the best of you, the best of each of you. By your order, sir, we of the special ops will be work as one for the colonel. For the glory of liberal. For the glory of liberal. Okay, so interesting. Understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I am amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. Haha, we just got lucky, so. The real question is, how much longer is the luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing that more than I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. We got a lot of money. Go. Oh, I am 3rd class. Yeah, we won't make it to like... Oh, we got a death blow. Cool. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked racer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if you didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by it idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged racer's full power. There's several ranks, ranking from G to on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get. Well, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Haha, well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. 20, okay? But above that, there's an informal S rank. That was only granted to barristers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Wow, I'm not sure even I want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me that you knew about this already. Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldiers, hidden hero, Divine Blade, S-rank brazier. If it was really so damn awesome, then I'm sure it would be nice if you'd come back and take care of this case. You might be right. If you were here with us, perhaps this would have never scaled to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with that going off on his trip. It is as if whoever planned this coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate that like this without him noticing he was being used. That have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah, I never knew that he was up to what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think the Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull this wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that the 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius' help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from the Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, we must act, but we are not a match for the Royal Army as we are. Ask the cooperation of all the Bracers in Gransel, including Zine, of course. Okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity of the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct rescue operations, we'll have to do it with the resources we have on hand. Oh, fun. But we're afraid. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe that the most likely place to be the RV Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. I can imagine they want to lock a lady of the Royal Army family in a cell in Liston Fortress. Considering its armies were going to be against here, I liked a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted their own place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Just precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracer currently in the Royal City. Could ask you to assemble them here for me. Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Neil? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you could get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So on the hands, we have to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city. Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, off we go. Okay. Let's leave it there for now. I'll see you guys soon. That's a very long section, holy moly.